Hey everybody, what the hell's going on? My name is Jack. How are you guys? Tall? I am also cool. This is Miss Sandra Malak. I'm gonna be talking a little bit and we'll be playing some songs. I hope you enjoy the whole damn thing. If you are drinking, cheers to you.
Cheers.
If you're not drinking, sorry about the problem. But I'm gonna be drinking the entire evening, so if this disturbs you, off to your AA meeting. Definitely. Can we have another bottle of wine up here, actually? We can wait a second. As you know, we're touring behind this book, which is mostly fiction. The problem with the book is it's a mystery novel, so I can't read you the whole book, because that would be boring. So I'm just gonna read you some excerpts from the back. If you're not quite sure what's going on, feel free to yell out, Jack, I don't know what the hell's going on. We will commiserate. There'll be some handshaking, some hugging. We'll try to make everything okay. This first story, I might as well start at the very beginning of the second part. It's called Don't Live for Yesterday's Capers. And I don't mean the little mushrooms. I had fallen in with a bad crowd, and they weren't even really very bad. Just some art-damaged kids hanging out post-high school with their younger girlfriends, given to pointless petty crimes and light sidearms. They were also almost always totally blissed out on these little yellow pills they somehow had a direct line to, and I enjoyed being blissed out very much. It made up for the company and so much more. I had an overnight shift guarding an electronics warehouse outside of town. This is funny. I had to admit to my German friends the other day that one time I had been a rent-a-cop. You know what that means? Private security. Had to pay the rent somehow, but it was a crappy job. Had to get fingerprinted. Got to learn how to shoot a gun. That was kind of cool, but guns are dangerous. It was a good thing that they always made us lock up the guns when we left the place we were supposed to be guarding off-site, because sometimes driving home I would get very, very angry. But let me tell you about the uniform, because that's the funny part. I was forced to wear this uniform. The slacks were gray and tight. The jacket was blue and polyester. The shirt was white. The tie was clip-on. And gray and blue stripes. And I said to them, I know how to tie a tie. Do you have any regular ties? And they said, nope, just clip-ons. Anyway, I had this job guarding a warehouse. The kids would pull up at all hours with scary organ music blaring from their beat-up sedans, dyed lank hair over leather collars. They'd drawl lazily as their spines turned to gold about some crime, some girl, or some auto accident. They were a little bit younger than me, these guys. I'd gone to the same high school as two of them, Russell and Sorrow. And I guess they would have been sophomores when I was a senior. Sophomores is the second year in high school, seniors the fourth year in high school. 2-year difference. But that was about 3 years ago now, and in the interim, the boys had grown strange, like gothic hillbillies or something. They'd wake up at like 4 in the afternoon, have a round of target practice in the backyard, and leave before their parents returned home from work, and then stay out all night driving around and inevitably visiting me. My job consisted almost entirely of walking around the outside of a bland office building in the middle of nowhere once an hour, then returning to a small trailer in the parking lot to stare at a bank of video monitors. On the monitors, I would see the kids coming from a long way away, Russell's black Buick or Sorrow's blue van, and I would sigh slightly. They weren't bad kids, just caught up in a crazy-ass rut and starting to believe that they worship the devil or some shit. They did exude a certain glamour, however, and from our old high school, they soon attracted a small host of underage hangers-on, all of whom would show up stoned out of their minds at my job in the middle of the night. For some reason, this bothered me. I guess it was just how damn smug Sorrow and Russell got that put me off. I knew I would miss the drugs, but finally I told them to set up their little kindergarten of the damned elsewhere. There was some posturing, and Russell made a move for his holster, but I was a security guard, and nobody really wanted to take it that far. I watched them drive away like an angry funeral procession, took the last of their pills, calculating how many days in a row I'd been popping them in ratio to how bad withdrawal might be. One night, about a month later, Russell pulls up alone saying he's sorry about the disrespect and all that, and that Sorrow and he have a place now, a whole house. They're having a party Saturday, why don't I come? I say I will, and call around that Friday to see if anyone else wants to hang out. I get a hold of John Gilch. He says, "Oh man, didn't you hear? The father of that 14-year-old Sorrow's been seeing followed her to their house and wouldn't leave the driveway until she came out. When the two of them tried to make a break for it in Sorrow's van, he chased them all the way down Route 22 where the guy's car flipped. He's okay, but Sorrow's locked up. I don't think there's gonna be a party." Huh, I say. Huh. Thanks, everybody. Clap, clap, clap. That usually works. Cheers.